let's shake the pain out of the story and let's take a bite of pain. You, my dear friend, was never broken. And I want you to really take this in. Let me tell let me tell you something that many people need to hear. And that even if you have been hurt, even if you have been rejected, even if you have gone through things that changed you, broken, no, not you. Because broken means something cannot be whole again. And that is not who you are. So, the story many people carry is that they go and walk through life carrying a quiet belief, a belief that something inside of them is wrong, that they are somehow damaged, that life happened to them in a way that permanently changed them. And this belief slowly becomes their identity. So they start shrinking themselves. They are holding back their voice. They avoid opportunities, not because they're incapable, but because somewhere deep inside they still believe this. I'm broken. And what actually happened is that when most people call being broken is actually something very, very different. Life happened, pain happened, loss happened, someone left, someone betrayed you, something you believed in collapsed. Those experiences left marks on you, but experiences are not identity. They are chapters, and you, my friend, are the book. They are chapters, you are the book. They are moments that happen inside your story, but they are not the author of it. The power hidden in pain. There is something powerful about pain that many people never realize. Pain contains energy. Pain contains lessons. Pain contains transformation, but only if you decide to do something with it. Because pain can take two different paths. It can become the story of how you were destroyed, or it can become the material from which you build your strength. The same experience that breaks one person awakens another. So, don't let other write your story. One of the most dangerous things that can happen in life is letting someone else decide who you are. Don't do that. Sometimes people try to define you by your worst moments. Sometimes they try to define you by your failures. They will try to tell the story. Sometimes they define you by the pain you went through. And if you're not careful, you start believing their version of you, their version of your story. But here's the truth. No person, no event, no moment in your life has the authority to decide who you are becoming. Only you have that power. The alchemist within you. So here is the thing. Inside every human being, there is something really, really powerful. And that is the ability to transform any experience, to take something heavy, to take something painful, something dark, and turn it into wisdom. like an alchemist. An alchemist takes coal and turns it into gold. But that transformation only happens under pressure. And the same thing is true for you. The pain you encountered in your life can become something extraordinary, not because it was easy, but because you decided to transform it. So let's shake the pain out of the story. Think about your life for a moment. There are chapters in it that hurt, moments you wish never happened, experiences that shaped the way you see the world. But there is something really powerful you can do. You can take that same story, the exact same story, shake the pain out of it, and reclaim what remains. Because inside every painful experience, there is something stronger hiding. Resilience, my friends, wisdom, depth, compassion for yourself, for other people, strength you didn't know you had. And when you start looking at the story from that perspective, something changes. You stop seeing yourself as someone who was destroyed. You start seeing yourself as someone who survived. You decide how the story ends. Many people believe their life story was written, but by what happened to them. Let me repeat that. Many people believe their life story was written, but why? By what happened to them. Okay? But that is not true. Events create chapters, but identity writes the ending. You decide how the story ends. You decide whether the pain becomes your prison or your transformation. You decide whether the story becomes this is where I broke or this is where I became stronger. And that decision changes everything. So reclaim your identity. So if you have ever believed that something inside of you is broken, I want you to remember this. You are not broken. You are someone who have lived, someone who have endured, and someone who has experienced things that shaped you. And now you have a choice. You can carry the pain as your identity, or you can transform it. You can take what happened to you, turn it into wisdom, turn it into strength, turn it into gold, like an alchemist, because your story is not defined by what happened to you. Your story is defined by what you decide to become. And no one in this world gets to write the ending for you. Only you do. Only you can write your story because you are the book, you're not the chapter. That was one bite. Follow for more.